Hello, friend. How are you? Hang on, let me get my chair adjusted. Apparently, I bumped my camera. I was moving my office a little bit the other day, so I bet that's what happened. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So, how are you, friend? What's going on with you? I am getting ready to paint some dragons. I have to get at least mine ready. Maybe Zoe's too. I don't know. She's got a Bible study group going on right now, so I might be nice and help her prep hers. Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to try to pull this where you can see. This is a lantern. He's got an opening down here where the plug will come out and the light will go in there, and it comes with the light. And then you'll be able to, we're going to paint him. And then he'll be able to sit out and be turned on. And he's got this, he's gorgeous. They come two in a box. And I bought a set for me and Zoe and a set for some friends. It's kind of their, we love you, happy birthday, even though it's not your birthday, but here's your birthday gift early kind of a thing. And we sent them to them, and they're going to join us tomorrow on my business page, and then we're going to try and shoot it to her business page too, because she does paint pouring. And that's what's really cool. She's going to try pouring on hers while the rest of us are not that daring and brave, and we're going to paint on ours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys prepped. Now, when I'm doing a truck, I typically, and if you come on, say hi and let me know you're here so I can chit chat with you. I would love to visit with you while we're doing this and see what's going on with your life. Here's the rest of the kit. I didn't remember I'd gotten it out. Say hi as you pop on if you don't mind. I got to pull up my page. Hang on. I just realized I'm shooting it to my personal page as well, and not just the business pages today, which typically I just go to the business pages but if I've got anybody watching on my personal page, I won't see when they say hi. So I'm going to put it over there so I can see any comments that come in. And I'm going to say hi over here. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? And I'm putting hi on there from me because that way maybe it will make sure that I can see all the comments. This is the kit that comes. I bought a kit from Gare, and it comes with two of these beautiful dragon. And look at the scales on that and all this. So typically when I do my ceramic trucks, and it comes with the light bulb, and I'm not even going to pull it out yet because I don't have anything, but it comes with the little thing that'll secure in there, and then he'll be a lantern or a lamp that will come on. And I'm just going to set this back to the side. So I'm just getting him ready tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Some friends of ours from Georgia are going to be on with us. And Zoe's got hers and I've got mine, and we're going to paint them all together. We're going to visit while we paint, and she's going to pour on one, and the rest of us are just going to paint ours. And I have some of those color shifts that I think I'm going to do mine with. Just not sure which one or ones. So I think when I do my trucks, I typically will do a base coat of black. So I think what I'm going to do is go over him with some black. Go over him or her. I haven't decided yet which it is. I'm going to go over it with black, a really, really, really thin layer. I'm going to water down some already thin craft paint. Craft Smart is a good craft paint. It's great acrylic craft paint. It's not as thick as some, and it's not as thin as others. I've actually had some that were actually thinner than this stuff. The thing I wanted to say was that I'm going to water it down even more than it already is, because I don't want it to leave like really big brush strokes on it. I don't want a thick layer of black. I don't want it to sit and cover any of our details here. I want it to be pretty thin, and I want it to be able to add some shadows and dimension to what I want, where I want things. have a little bit of shadow. If I want to rough it up a little bit and maybe make it where it's, when I'm doing a truck, I typically will antique it a little bit and maybe rub a little bit off here or there. So that's kind of what I'm basing doing this on. Yeah. I didn't clean something whenever I got done the other day. I think I was waiting on those to dry. I have a dirty palette. But I've been trying to peel them off and keep those skins because I bought a jewelry kit, a resin jewelry kit, and I'm going to try and use some of those and make some jewelry because that's always fun too. All right, so let me grab a plate real quick. And Philip's outside mowing, so I should have known that that was going to get really loud. And I think I'm just going to turn this over and set Mr. Dragon on it. I don't think I want to do my lamp part with black. I think I'm just going to leave it white for now. I'm not real sure what color I want to do it. I have a iridescent, it's a white color shift that I think I'm going to do that with tomorrow, or I may mix it with another color to see if I can get a really light color on it. But I'm going to grab some water and I'm going to go ahead and thin this down. And I just wanted to pop on and invite anybody who is interested tomorrow at 4 to come join me on my page. I will not be shooting it to my personal page. I will be shooting it to my business page. I will potentially be shooting it to her business page. That's currently the plan, okay? That is currently the plan. Is that we'll be sending it to both our business pages and then to my YouTube channel as well. But that's not always what happens. So that is currently the plan, though, so that we can help her get started with doing some lives and some stuff on her page and just have fun hanging out. Okay, so I have a rather wide brush, so I'm going to go ahead and start just back here on this part. And I'm going to kind of make sure I'm going up. And like I said, I did it kind of thin. I wanted it kind of thin. I want it to just kind of go in and coat. Then when I put the other colors on it, if they don't lay if I don't completely coat it a certain way, it'll give it some shadow and depth in there without even trying on some of these. If you look, that brush stroke right there, if I'm painting color that away, then where that white is underneath there will stay kind of black tomorrow whenever I do the color on it. So if you do it that away, then it adds like there's shadows underneath those scales, which is what I'm excited about. And I can't wait to see how these turn out. Now, I did buy some little dragons, just plain statue dragons. If anybody's interested in getting a kit or wanting to do that, let me know. Reach out to me. Because I will be offering those. I just haven't sat down and looked at my calendar yet to set something up yet. And if you guys want something specific, a specific date that you're able to do it, get a hold of me and we can go from there. And see, this is really drying kind of almost gray. Almost gray. Because it's starting to get dry. It's kind of streaky, which is okay because we're not... This isn't our final coat. And we're going to be putting color over it. And as things are, think about a tent or other material that when it's stretched across something, it's not going to be perfectly smooth. It's going to have some shading in there. So when you look at this and how it's laying across the different bits, it's adding some dimension and some lifelike texture to it. So anyway, I'm just getting my little dragon ready here. And I thought I'd see who all was who all was available to chat. Who's in the mood to chat today? What they got going on? I know I've got several friends in a group called the Bust, BUST. Oh, that's an acronym for something. That are doing a hop into spring thing today and yesterday. I missed most of it live. I'm trying to catch some of it a little later today as we go through. But tomorrow at 4 p.m., I really would love if you guys would come out and say hi to my friends. And then just keep us company while we're painting. Anna's really nervous about being the only one who's going to pour on one of these. And I'm like, look, most of my flat pours on flat surfaces have not turned out the way I want them to. So I'm just not going to try and do the pour. Not on this, not on my lantern now. I might do it on one of the smaller dragons. So I might be pulling one of those out once I see I feel like I can do it. But, okay. I'm aware that y'all cannot see as much as I would like for y'all to be able to see while I'm doing these. But it's kind of hard to reach around some of these things. I'm going to have to work on my setup for tomorrow, because Zoe and I both have one of these that we're going to be working on. And I want everybody to be able to see. Now, here's where it gets kind of tricky, because I've got a wing and a little hole for the egg ball, whatever. And I don't want to get it on that. So I'm trying to do the bigger spots with this bigger brush. Okay. Tilt. We're going to go ahead and get where it's kind of soaked around there. All right. So I'm getting everything I can. I think I may want a smaller brush here. I'm going to leave that bigger one there in case I want to get it on the other side, but not right there because that's tilting the thing. I'll grab a narrower one. I want something a little narrower right in here. There we go. I've got a little more control, I feel like, in a couple of these little areas. Okay, and yeah, see, some of it's a little bit thicker looking than other parts. And I don't think it'll be a big deal if I get a little bit of black on that circle there, but I'm trying to avoid as much of it as I can. All right, I'm going to set him down for just a second. That gets kind of snug on your fingertips in that little hole in there. Now we're coming up in here. So guys, what's going on in your world? Who went to worship service today? Who worshiped the Lord in an assembled fashion? We did. We ended up eating lunch with some friends there. Several of our members, we all ate lunch together there at the building. And then we did our afternoon service as we've started back from COVID, we've moved it all to an early service with our in the afternoon with our at 1:30, so that some of our families that live a little farther away aren't having to drive home and then drive all the way back into town in the evening. And then they can go home and spend the time with their family if they've got family visiting. Like one family has their son and daughter-in-law and the two grandsons come and visit with them some days, and that gives them all afternoon to then spend time with the grandbabies before they have to go home. And that's always fun, getting to play with those two. I don't have any grandbabies. I've got grandpuppies. And since they mostly live with me, well, one of them doesn't, but one of them does. I'm okay with. Okay, I'm trying to get right around here just so y'all can. I don't know if y'all can even see. I'm trying to see and not mess up. You're going live at 5:30 on this Hop into Spring thing. All right. I knew you would know more about that, Miss Linda. The Hop into Spring. Can you give us a link to that group if anybody that's watching wants to know more about it? It's a group here on Facebook, and there's no cost to anybody to join it. There's some ladies that are doing some really fun projects. Miss Linda's one of them. And she goes today at 5:30. Yay. Okay, so now I'm going to tilt this just a little bit and get a little more black on here. And I'm going to try and come. Because this is thin, I'm trying to not do too thick a line right there because it's like way shooting out there before I realize it. It's not bad, like I said. I don't think it'll be too big a deal because it'll be right there by the edge of the wing, so it'll still cast some shadow on it. But I just don't want the whole base covered in the black. I want that egg as light as I can get it in most places because I'm going to try to use that color shift white. Now, I thought about doing some glow in the dark with it as well. But I thought with the lamp coming on. Hello, Miss Madeline. How are you today? I am getting ready for my special guests tomorrow on my page. I've got some friends that we've known for 12 years. Yeah, 12 years now. The girls were very young. Zoe was about to turn 5 and Tori was not quite 4. And they are 16 and about to be 15. So 12 or so years. Doing good. Like seeing you paint. Well, thank you, Miss Madeline. I'm tomorrow at 4 on my business page. If you haven't already liked it, it's escape-in-paint. I'm going to tap it in over here, or I'm going to try and tag it. Let's see if it'll let me tag it. Okay. If you don't already like the page that I just put, and hopefully it's a linked comment, I don't know. The way it looks on mine, it doesn't necessarily look like it's a clickable link, but we're going to hope that it is. If it's a clickable link, if you haven't already liked and followed that page, then please do so, because tomorrow the plan is to paint our lanterns. And I've got a friend, she's going to pour on one. She's going to do a paint pour on one of these so that she can have a pretty paint pour dragon. So we're hoping hers will turn out really cool. She likes to do paint pours on her page. And the other question I had for everybody, or the other thing I was going to chat about while I was in here today, was several people on my personal page mentioned that they liked my flowers. from one of the pictures that I did the other day. So I think as I'm learning to paint these, because really that was me just practicing, following along with a video that I had found. And I was just wondering if I set that up for a specific day, who all would be interested in joining me and working on learning to paint some flowers. I wouldn't require any homework. I would just be showing y'all what I'm learning in the video and what works better for me, and talking y'all through it, working on my teaching skills. How's that? Because who doesn't need to improve on their ability to teach others, right? All right, and then I'm going to drag it down. I know y'all cannot see that. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to reach some of this stuff. I've got to figure out a better camera angle, because the way that I have to hold this, I can't. I'm right-handed, and I'm sorry. There's either my hand is in the way, or the camera is blocked because the thing is in the way. But we've got a claw and a foot, and a claw and a toe. And so y'all see that a little bit at least? I'm kind of trying to get this last toe. I kept having this problem with the truck because it's so big. I think if it were a smaller piece, you might be able to see. I might be able to turn it and still work around it. But like when you get some of these bigger pieces, they're just, my arms aren't long enough. That, or it would be like in my chest as I'm trying to paint it, you know? Oh, I love this piece, Deborah. I love this piece. I've always loved the imaginative, the creative, I believe the Bible mentions at least 2 types of dinosaurs or something like that. And I think dragons may have been a type of dinosaur that we maybe just don't have a lot of discussion about. And I have always loved dragons. Some of my fondest memories were me daydreaming about different, once you watch the Never Ending Story, you can take that dog that would fly, and I would change it to a dragon, because of course, like, I was the Indian princess when we would play Cowboys and Indians with my 3 brothers. So I had to be a little bit rougher and tumbler than they were. So I would change anything that was even remotely even tame and make it into something rougher. So of course mine was going to be a dragon, and I would go on adventures with my dragon. Those kind of things. Just me by myself, just my own creative imaginary play when I was a child. Okay, so I'm trying to get inside there. There it is. Inside there on that one. I'm just putting a loose base coat on here. I've got some really watered down black. I want it to have some shadows in here, because tomorrow at 4:00, I'm going to be on my business page. If you don't already like and follow it, please go over there, because tomorrow I will not be able to shoot it to my page. I'm going to be shooting it to Anna's business page, my business page, and to my YouTube channel. So I don't have the ability. I don't pay for more from the service. So I don't have the option to pay unless I want to pay for more. And right now I just don't have that coming in to pay for more. So we're just going to send it to those channels. So make sure, if you want to see me finish this live tomorrow, it was a very good movie, The Never Ending Story. It was one of Philip's favorites as a kid. And and I liked it. Like I said, if I saw it, it was like, it was okay. I'm going to make it more about me, I would always take what I saw in the stories and put myself in there where I wanted to be and be probably rougher and more. I say rough and tumblier because it's, you talk about guys being rough and tumble and all that kind of stuff. So if my brothers were one thing, then I had to be rougher or tougher than they were, because they were not going to outdo me. Had one older and two younger brothers, and it was like, no, you can't. I'm going to be tougher than y'all. I'm going to show you can't win. Just because I'm a girl, because I think they really did have that mentality that because I was a girl, I was not as tough. Now, I will say this, my middle brother has to be the toughest guy I've ever met. I mean, always was, even when he was little. He was the accident-prone sibling. And he was just always getting hurt somehow, and just very seldom ever cried about it, because it's like, yeah, it hurts, but such and such hurt worse. And it was like, oh, okay. Am I mailing these out? I am thinking about trying to mail sets of them out. They come in a box of 2, and I don't know how to repackage them in a box of just 1. So I have thought about trying to do, we did some drop shipping back in the fall, Deborah, and there was one company that would do the drop shipping for us. Well, this is the company that wouldn't do the drop shipping for us, that we had to pay for this shipping. So I had mine shipped to me, and then I shipped the other box. It got shipped to me, and then it went back to her. In my friends in Georgia for their set. I am thinking of trying it. I don't know, but you'd have to be able to buy 2. It'd have to be bought in lots of 2. Because these were from Gare. And I was looking to see if Bisque Imports had anything like this, and they just don't have the lantern one. They don't have anything that's a lantern or a light up one, because this comes with the light kit, kind of like the Christmas trees that we did in the gingerbread houses that we did in December and November. This side of his head needs some more. Like I said, today I'm just giving him a general coat. And now I could have waited and done this tomorrow when we were live, but I did not want. Now I do have some smaller ones, Deborah, if you were interested in one that doesn't light up. There are some smaller ones. I bought a box of 8 small ones, and give me a minute and I can get over there to those and see what those look like. Show y'all what those look like. But they are much smaller than this one is. They're way smaller than this one is. But my friend Anna and I will be painting these on our pages together. We're going to stream to both. I'm using StreamYard so I can stream to more than one page at a time. And we are going to send it to both her business page and mine, and then onto my YouTube channel, so that I don't have to try to remember to send it up tomorrow at 4 Central. So if y'all don't follow my page, there's a comment that I made on my live here. Let me see if I can pin that to the top. Oh, your son loved the movie. Hang on, nope, not that one. Let me see if that will let me. Nope, it won't let me pin it, so I can't pin it up there. I posted the name of my page up there earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and do all this in his mouth too, because his teeth I will probably do yellow and whites, but I want them to be. You'll be online at the same time. I will be on. Yeah, we're going to stream it to her business page and my business page at the same time, so that her friends and her followers can see her and her daughter. See, she has a daughter that's Zoe's age, and Zoe and me and her and Anna and Tori will all be on tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. And we will be on my business page. It will not be on my personal page. Today, this is on my personal page because I wanted to tell everybody and make sure everybody knew that we were going to be having this fun. It is fun. I love to paint these, especially when they've got like they're the ones with the lights, because you can change out the light bulb and you can have it glow a different color or whatever. And it's so fun when you get to do it with your friends. And Tori is writing a book, getting ready to release a book that's about dragons. So when I heard that and I happened to see this right around the same time, I was like, oh, no. We've got to send this to Tori, and we've got to see if they will come on our page and paint with us. And since they're in Georgia, it'll be 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, and we're going to paint these tomorrow. So I put my base coat on here, and he started as plain white, but he's covered. Whoop, I got a bare spot back here. Okay, note to self. They hide really well. But I'm kind of going in here now so that when they get painted tomorrow, anything that's not covered well with the paint looks like it's a shadow. It adds some depth and some, I'm going to say, liveliness. It's not actually making it look alive, but it adds some of the liveliness to them. So we're going to stream to her page and to mine, which is the Escape and Paint. I did a comment earlier and I linked it to my page, so that if y'all want to see that tomorrow, we're going to be painting our dragons. We're going to be adding the whatever color we're going to do. Now, I left my lantern white because I'm thinking I'm going to do it in a lighter color. And I don't think I want as much shadow or dark to it. Shadows to make the scales look 3D. Absolutely. That's it. I mean, because I showed a while ago I don't want to pick it up because it's wet. Hang on. Let me grab the other one. I showed a while ago all these scales. And if with the thinned down black paint, it kind of soaks in. It almost looks gray in places, which just adds more to the dimensional. And when they dry and you put your paint on there, if you're going with the stroke of the scales, then some of it's going to have little black shadows in there. And like Deborah was saying, it makes it look so 3D and it's so cool. I just love them. I just love getting to paint them. They're so fun. But here are the little beanie guys that I got here. I'm going to tilt this like this so I can set it next to it. See how big that one is? This one doesn't even come up as high as the ball there. So I may get him ready and let him get a pour on him tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be that brave. But that was the other set that I bought, was some of these to see about doing some kids party. Now, if you want, contact me if you're interested, and I will get you some pricing on seeing about getting a set of 2 of the large dragon. I can ship the big box of 2, and I know how to ship it. It comes in a set of 2 from the company. I don't know how to repackage and safely get 1 lantern to you, because the way the boxes are made, the way it's all packaged up, I'm just not sure I can get 1 to you at a time. So we're going to have to go from there and see about that. Well, I'm done with mine. And I promise not to keep anybody too long. So if you guys haven't already, head over to Escape and Paint. I put a link. I commented with the link and linked my page to it. It should be a link. You should be able to click it and go straight over to Escape and Paint. Like and follow the page. And if you follow, you'll get notifications when I'm live. But tomorrow at 4 is when we're going to be doing these live. And if anything changes, I'll let y'all know. But right now, the plan is tomorrow at 4. It will be so fun. All right. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out and chatting with me, and looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow at 4.